Most men get this completely wrong, and it's exactly why they struggle with attraction. They think women fall for looks, money, or smooth lines. But the truth, it's deeper, psychological, almost invisible. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what you don't understand. Attraction isn't built on what you say. It's built on how you behave under pressure. And most men fail right there. They chase too hard. They explain too much. They try to impress instead of impact. And that's exactly why they get ignored. Because the moment you start seeking validation, you lose it. Now listen carefully. There are a few Stoic behaviors, quiet, controlled, almost cold, that trigger something powerful in a woman's mind. Not comfort, not friendliness, but desire. And most men never learn them. First, emotional control. This is where most men fail. A woman tests you, maybe she pulls back. Maybe she teases you. Maybe she becomes unpredictable. And you react. You overthink. You double text. You try to fix the situation. But here's the secret. Attraction grows when your emotions don't. When you stay calm, grounded, unaffected, it signals power. Not fake confidence. Real control. Because a man who can't control his emotions can't control his life. And women feel that instantly. The Stoic man doesn't react. He observes. And that silence, it creates tension. The kind she leans into. Now here's where it gets deeper. Detachment. This one scares most men, because they think if they don't chase, they'll lose her. But the opposite is true. The more you need her, the less she feels you. And that's exactly why. The man who is willing to walk away becomes the most attractive man in the room. Here's what you don't understand. Scarcity creates value. If you're always available, always replying instantly, always agreeing, you become predictable, and predictable kills attraction. The Stoic man has a life, a mission, priorities beyond her. So when he gives attention, it feels earned, not free. And that shift, it changes everything. Now think about this. Silence. Most men are uncomfortable with it. They feel the need to fill every gap, every pause, every moment. But silence is power. Because when you stop talking, she starts thinking. And when she starts thinking, she starts feeling. This is where most men fail. They try to convince women to like them. But attraction isn't logical. It's emotional. You don't talk someone into desire. You create space for it. The Stoic man understands this. He speaks less, but says more. And that mystery, it pulls her in. Now here's another truth most men ignore. Indifference. Not fake coldness, not arrogance, but genuine emotional independence. You're not trying to win her. You're not afraid to lose her. And that's exactly why she becomes curious. Because when a man isn't affected by her approval, she starts seeking his. It's subtle, but powerful. You see, women are constantly reading behavior, not words, behavior. So when you remain steady, grounded, unaffected, you signal something rare, strength. And strength, real strength, is magnetic. Now let's go even deeper. Non-reactive confidence. This is different from loud confidence. It's quiet, controlled, almost invisible. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need attention. You don't need validation. And that's exactly why you get it. Because here's the harsh truth. The more you try to be liked, the less attractive you become. But when you genuinely don't need approval, people feel it. Women feel it even more. And it creates a psychological pull, almost like a challenge. Why isn't this man affected like the others? And that question turns into interest. Interest turns into attraction. And attraction turns into obsession. Now combine all of this. Emotional control, detachment, silence, indifference, non-reactive confidence. What do you get? A man who is centered, unshaken, focused, and rare. And rarity is what drives attraction. Not perfection, not looks, not money. Most men think attraction is about adding more effort, more attention, more words. But the truth, it's about removing what weakens you. Neediness, over-explaining, emotional instability. That's what kills attraction. And that's exactly why most men never get the results they want. Because they're playing the wrong game. They're trying to impress when they should be becoming. Here's the final truth. Women don't fall for the man who chases them. They fall for the man who is in control of himself. The man who doesn't break under pressure, who doesn't seek approval, who doesn't lose himself trying to gain someone else. That's the man who stands out. That's the man who becomes unforgettable. So stop trying to be more attractive. Start becoming more grounded. Because the moment you master yourself, you stop chasing. And somehow, that's when everything starts chasing you.